Have you ever wondered why our ancestors have such strong and defined jaws? Well, firstly, it's because they were probably on average a lower body fat, but secondly, it's because they ate real proper food. They would chew tough things like a steak, and now we chew things like McDonald's burgers. And this is shrinking the facial structure over time, but how do we naturally prevent this happening? Now, it's actually very hard to eat tough food all the time because you would literally be sat there all day long just eating steak. However, there is something easier that you can chew all day long, allowing you to stimulate that masseter muscle in your jaw, giving you that defined jawline you are looking for. It is called Jawliner Gum. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, getting a good jawline mainly comes from being at a low body fat. So if you want a good jawline, ultimately, you need to get down to a low enough body fat where you can actually see your defined jaw. However, the masseter muscle in your jaw is like any other muscle. If you train it, it will grow. And because of the modern day diet, this muscle does not get stimulated anywhere near enough. You can train this muscle through resistance training just like any other muscle in the body, and the easiest way to do that is with Jawliner Gum. Now, many people think that chewing hard gum is bad for the joints in your jaw. However, this is literally not the case at all, because chewing this gum is natural, just like chewing hard foods, which is literally what your jaw is made to do. Some jawline trainers on the market put your jaw in an unnatural position, especially the ones that you put at the front of your mouth. However, with the Jawliner Gum, it is completely natural. You chew it as if you were to chew any other food you're eating in the day. But there is quite a lot of jawline gums on the market, actually a ton. So what makes Jawliner Gum different from any other? And honestly, I need to see for myself, so I'm going to give you a completely unbiased and natural unboxing. And I only wanted to do this if it was real and it was honest. So I went out my way and bought every single competitor gum company packets that I could find, and we're gonna start by reviewing them. Let's start off with the packaging. Now, all four of these designs of the gums actually look really cool. I would be interested to see what all four of these products actually are. The packets are nice, and I like this blue one because the other three are a bit dull and dark, but overall the packaging is actually pretty good. I actually think my favorite one is this Jawco one. I think it just looks the most professional. The Gigajaw one looks a bit cheap, and so does the Stronger Gum one. Again, no hate to these brands. I have absolutely no idea who they are. I am just being honest today. But this is the packaging of the Jawliner Gum. In my opinion, it is the most professional. I like the whiter colors. It looks more positive and light, and it just attracts the eye a lot more. The packets also come with a sticker on, which I did not know, and it gives you some tips about the gum, which is good to know before you even chew it. If you saw all of them at a blind test, you'd probably assume that the Jawliner one is going to be the hardest. But honestly, that does not matter, because what matters is the actual product and how good the chewing gum is. Now, I have all 5 gums laid out in front of me, starting with the competitors and then the Jawliner Gum, and I am going to test all of them and tell you honestly which one I think is best. Let's start off with the gym gum. I have never ever tried this before. A bit crumbly in my mouth, but the flavor on this is actually very nice. So the first thing you'll notice with this one is the flavor is very strong, but it crumbles very quickly. And after about 20 seconds, it's pretty hard, but it's probably like just putting 3 normal chewing gums in your mouth. That's how hard it actually is. I'm going to rate it a 6 out of 10. Moving on to the Gigajaw Gum, and this is the spearmint flavor. I actually think I prefer this flavor. It's not as strong and it tastes nicer. The same applies. This one's actually even softer than the first one, and it's smaller, so it just tastes like normal chewing gum now. The Gigajaw Gum gets a 5 out of 10. Right, this one is called Stronger Gum. It's spearmint again, so I'm hoping this one is a lot tougher. This one's very fresh. It feels like cold in your mouth. All of them are really nice. I would chew these every day, to be honest. They do definitely feel harder than normal chewing gum, but I don't know how much it would directly change the muscles in your jaw. I can't really tell if this is any harder than the previous one. I need to put it back in. Honestly, I think the Stronger Gum and Gigajaw Gum are exactly the same. I'm gonna give them both a 5. These all start really hard, but after about 20 to 30 seconds, they just go soft. They don't really hold up. Onto the Jawco, I hope I've said that right, Jawline Chewing Gum. This is mighty mint. They've all been mint so far. So this one's the softest from the start. It's actually broken the quickest out of all 4 of them, and it seems to like crumble a little bit when you put it in your mouth. Literally the same as the other 3. I'm gonna have to give it a 5. I feel like I'm being really harsh right now, but 2, 3, and 4 were pretty much all the same for me. I would not be able to tell which is which right now. The gym gum was definitely slightly better than the others, so I'd give that a 6 to 6.5. And finishing off with the Jawliner Gum. Now finally we've got a different flavor called Kiwi Passion Fruit Ice. That is a very unique chewing gum flavor. They have a ton of flavors, but I've chosen to have this one. I've never had this before, and I just want to be honest and see what I think of it. Now the flavor's good, you know, it was on par with the other ones, so we can't complain at all. However, firstly, this one doesn't crumble at all like the first one, and secondly, it is by far and dramatically way harder than any of the other competitors that I have tried today. And after the 20 to 30 second mark, it is still very hard. However, that does not matter, right? Because you want to be chewing this gum for 30 minutes to an hour, if not even longer. So I'm going to sit here for 10 minutes and chew this gum and see if it remains hard. Oh my god, it's been about 10 minutes. My jaw is in pain and it is still just as hard. You know when you take an insane pre-workout and do like a chest day and you get the biggest pump of your life? This is what my jaw feels like right now. I definitely have a jaw pump right now. However, I still have one problem with this. This is not a blind test, meaning I can see exactly which chewing gum I am having. So what I am going to do is go to my local gym and do a blind test. I am going to give them a competitor gum, then the Jawliner Gum, and see which one they prefer. I'm going out my way for this. It could not get more fair than that. Alright, today I'm stood outside a Pure Gym and we're going to be going around to the public and asking them their honest opinion on the Jawliner Gum. What we are going to do is a blind test. We are going to make them test the competitor's gum versus the Jawliner Gum. They don't know which is which and we're just going to see which one they prefer. Let's get it. All right, so we're going to be going up to random people in the gym and asking them the difference between the Jawliner Gum and any other competitor. We want completely honest reviews. I haven't spoken to these people beforehand and we're just going to see their genuine honest review. Every single time, the second one will be the Jawliner one, which hopefully they like more. Excuse me. Yeah. Would you like to try some Jawliner Gum that enhances your jaw, just makes you look more masculine? Yeah, let's go. Yeah? I'm gonna give you this microphone first. All right, so I'm gonna give you 2 different brands, all right? I want you to be completely honest. I'm not gonna tell you which is which, and just tell me honestly which one you prefer, all right? Okay. All right, this is the first one. Again, be completely honest, tell me what you think. Give it a few seconds. Is it hard to chew? Yeah. All right. Yeah, harder than normal chewing gum, but not too hard. Not that bad, okay, cool. Right, I'm gonna give you the second one. Again, yeah, okay. Same thing, just tell me what you think of it. Yeah, it's a lot harder straight away. A lot harder? Harder to chew? Yeah. Flavor's much nicer as well. You think the flavor's better? That's good. Yeah, I can feel it like working. If you had to choose one to train your jaw, get a better chiseled jaw, which one would you pick? Yeah, it's got to be the second one. So the second one is the Jawliner one. The flavor always lasts longer and it's much harder to chew. The other one will just turn into mush like normal chewing gum. This one will stay hard for a very, very long time. Thank you. You're welcome to keep the packet as well. All right, so the first person obviously liked the Jawliner Gum more. Now we're gonna go up to the second person and see if they like this competitor more, which is different, or the Jawliner Gum once again. Let's get it. Excuse me, would you like to try some Jawliner Gum that enhances your jaw, just makes you look better? Yeah. All right, I want your complete honest opinion. I'm gonna give you 2 options. I just want you to be honest and tell me which one you prefer. So this is the first one, just take one. Chew it for a while. It's gonna be quite hard in the beginning, and then let me know what you think after a while. Yeah. How's it? Good. It goes quite soft quite quick. Soft quite quick? Yeah. How's the flavour? Is it all right? Could be better. All right, I'm now going to give you the second option. Again, to be completely honest. Yeah, harder than the last one. Harder than the last one? Yeah. How's the flavour? A lot better than that one as well. Yeah, stronger? Yeah. So the one you were chewing now is again the Jawliner one. It stays harder for a way longer time and the flavour obviously lasts a lot longer. Thank you for your time. You're welcome to keep this packet as well. Now that was pretty cool and I actually got in a really good session too, but you can see from that video what people's honest opinions are, and I think people agree that the Jawliner Gum is way harder than any other Jawline gum and of course normal gum. Now listen, if you want to chew gum for fun, then honestly any of these gums are good. They are definitely hard hardened and normal gum, and the flavor on all of them was immaculate. However, if you really want to test your jaw like you would in the gym with some heavy weights, I strongly recommend you try Jawliner Gum. I'm obviously not even that big or strong, and I don't find those gums that challenging at all. However, the Jawliner Gum definitely gives my jaw a workout, and that's the first time in my life where I've had a jaw pump. I didn't know what that sensation felt like. So now listen, if you want a fun experience, don't get Jawliner Gum because it is pretty intense. It is ridiculous how hard it is. However, if you want to improve your jawline, firstly, remember to be at a low enough body fat where it is visible, but secondly, chew Jawliner Gum to train the masseter muscle in your jaw, and I promise you will not regret it at all. I'm going to chew these every single day from now, and I can guarantee, like any other muscle, my jaw muscle is definitely going to grow. So if you are interested in Jawliner Gum, just search jawliner.com and you will find it.